Hi guys, we're back. Part 2. Really, it's part 3 because we started this yesterday on the dog walk. Right, before I do anything, please let me know that it's working. Let's have a look. Please let me know you can see me. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Of course, I've got my butter coffee. Oh, that's lovely. Hi all, I'm here just listening to 1 because I've been getting ready to get my granddaughter, and 2 because sometimes with this topic I could get too worked up and I just want to be calm. I don't know, is she going to be laid at Graceland's? I only thought about nobody's even thinking about that. Hi Dan, I told you we were coming back. Hi Finola. Hi Denise. Good. Everyone can hear me good. Guys, we're going to have a fun day today because my wife is out with her gran. She's going to have the kids. So I've got a full day today of live streams on both Defending Elvis Presley and, well done, you got your coffee, Linda, and full live streams on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, our sister channel, where we discuss each other's health. I'm doing both today. I'm going to be doing Dr. Ken Berry as well, and we're going to probably read Anita's book as well. So today there should be lots of lives, and I'm hoping to read a chapter of this book. Billy Stanley's book, The Faith of Elvis, the end of chapter 11, and then move on to chapter 12. So we're going to have a busy day. I've still got to do some running, a bit of exercise. When I do the dog walks, we'll do more live streams. So we're going to be busy. Right. Okay. So the reason for me, again, choosing Priscilla as our topic today is because of the press release that was sent to me. You've got a cup of tea, Denise. Well done. So let's get it up. Let's get the press release up. Yeah? Okay. I could try and put it on here, but it just doesn't come up. Should we try and put it on here? Let's have a look what it's... Should we try and make it come up here? Priscilla Presley breaks silence. Let's see if it will come up. Priscilla Presley breaks silence. Now, when I read it, I was pretty unhappy. Okay. So, look at that. Priscilla Presley breaks silence on infidelity. Where's that? So I just click on that just for fun. Priscilla Presley breaks silence after the 79-year-old revealed shocking discovery about her ex-husband Elvis Presley infidelity during a panel discussion on, this is one of the things I was going to read out. So come on, we'll read it. But the one I want to read you is the one where she is unhappy with the ending of Sofia Coppola's film Priscilla. She's saying that the ending of Sofia Coppola's film was wrong. Right. So this is Priscilla trying to blame Elvis for the infidelity. She's finding out that Elvis was unfaithful through letters that she found, yeah? Now remember, this is her spinning the web, trying to convince the public that she caught Elvis being unfaithful, which is why she left him, yeah? Why they split up. When we know, we've just read it to you, we know about the unfaithfulness with Steve Peck, the dance instructor, just after Lisa Marie was born, around a year after the wedding. Let's see just how Priscilla tries to spin things. I've always said this to you guys. Priscilla thinks the public are dumb. I repeat, let me get your things on here. Remember, Priscilla thinks we are stupid. She thinks the public will fall for anything she says. She thinks the public go, yeah, okay, that's true. Now, unfortunately, Unfortunately, am I breaking up? Right, now I don't, if I'm breaking up, tell me because I'll restart. Am I breaking up? It's important because I can restart. This is going to be a long live stream, so I want to know that I'm not breaking up. Am I breaking up? Right, let's just double check that I'm not breaking up. I'll tell you why, guys. This is going to be a long live stream. I know I am to Nancy, but Nancy's in Australia. What about the rest of you? Right, so Linda said it's good. Finola said it's good. Right, Nancy, it's just you. Nancy, restart your phone. Restart your phone. Let's just wait. Before I restart, let's just give it a minute. So I'll leave and come back. Yeah, let's just see if that works, because I will restart. I'd rather not. Emily, I'm in Australia. That's okay. Ha, that's a long way away. Kate, welcome back. So, Kate, are you hearing me okay, Kate? We have you all around the world. We are beaming around the world. Team Elvis, beaming around the world. Yeah, most of you are good. All right, Nancy. How are you, Nancy? How are you feeling today? Are you going to take my advice with the keto diet? Are you going to reduce your sugar intake, your wheat intake, your pasta intake, your bread intake? Are you going to eat less and eat more fatty meat and eggs? A little bit of low carb veg, low carb fruits, yeah? Oh, yeah, Emily, we get lots of you Australians on. Now, I'm going to start this off. I always do this. I do not hate Priscilla. We are not a Priscilla hate channel. Yes, Nancy, I think it probably is, yeah? Nancy, it's probably why you have achy bones. You need to get off it, man. You know that, Nancy, a lot of the people doing this diet that I'm on, the keto diet, are older. They're like 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Many are in their 60s. Yeah, so thinking about it. Where's Karen? Is Karen with us? Let's remind Karen that we're on. Karen. Let's tell Karen. Karen, are you on? Let's just remind Karen. Karen is another one of our massive success rates. Where's Karen? Carolyn? Carolyn must be asleep. Carolyn, are you there? Let's email Carolyn. I've already emailed Salvatore. Right, I've just told Carolyn we're live. I know Carolyn hates to miss them. I've already emailed Salvatore. Okay. Nice coffee. Nice coffee, guys. Right. Okay. So I'm going to read this, which I think is very similar to the one I'm going to read to you anyway. Now, the whole point of me reading this, guys, is to show you. The whole point of me reading these things is to show you that Priscilla is spinning a web. Priscilla is like, ooh, whatever I say, the public believe. Remember, the public really fell for it. When this book was released in 1985, the public fell for every word. Every word. The TV melodrama in 1988. The Elvis and Me melodrama, the TV, made for TV one. The public fell for every part of it. The public are convinced that Elvis is a bad guy, was a drug addict, was a serial adulterer, and that Priscilla was a victim. This is how the public see Elvis and Priscilla. The public see Priscilla as that she has done no wrong. That's done no wrong. Priscilla is the innocent victim. They still remember the image, the iconic image of Elvis and Priscilla on their wedding day, and they think, what a beautiful fairy tale. Poor Priscilla did no wrong. This is how the public see it. This is why we are called Defending Elvis. We are called Defending Elvis because we know it's not true. We know that the spin that Priscilla does is wrong, is lies, has been twisted. I know that the public around the world, in every country, have been very gullible and fell for it. Fell for the bullshit. They're still falling for it now. When you saw Priscilla on the Piers Morgan show, telling lots of lies, the public fell for it. Even Piers Morgan, he fell for it. Piers Morgan treated Priscilla like a divorcee, like she had done nothing wrong. Piers Morgan treated Priscilla like she is the reason Elvis is remembered, that she preserved Elvis's legacy. She opened the Living Museum at Graceland. Piers Morgan treated Priscilla like she saved Graceland. No mention of her unfaithfulness. Piers Morgan, no mention of her unfaithfulness. So the world's being conned. Every news interviewer around the world in every country believes that Priscilla did no wrong and Elvis was the bad guy. If you speak to the average person in the street, the non-Elvis fans, they will all say to you, Elvis was in the wrong. He was an addict. He was unfaithful. Priscilla did no wrong. They also think that Priscilla was still married to Elvis when Elvis died. That's how ridiculous it is. The public think Priscilla was still married to Elvis when he died. The public think that Elvis got married to a 14-year-old. The public think Elvis slept with a 14-year-old. The public think Priscilla was 14 when she moved into Graceland. This is the bullshit. This is the lies, the crap that we fans who know the truth have to put up with. The public are just not aware. The public don't listen. The public don't listen to this. This has exposed so much wrongdoing. The public do not listen. This is a recent book. A recent book. The public don't listen. Lisa Marie exposed that she was abused sexually in her book, and no one has done nothing. Priscilla was the parent responsible to keep her daughter Lisa safe. No one did nothing. Priscilla has literally got away with it. A book has come out, and for the second time, that book tells the world about sexual abuse allegations of Michael Edwards, From Here to the Great Unknown. It was also in this book in 1989. Michael Edwards admitted it, and no one is doing nothing. Priscilla is still being treated like Elvis. When she walked into the Graceland book signing, Riley's book signing event at Graceland, Priscilla walks in, everyone stood up and gave her a round of applause, even though we've just been told that Priscilla may have known it was happening. Just in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, just an opinion. Priscilla may have known about the alleged abuse. They still stood up at the Graceland book event that I think Priscilla stormed, because many people try and say that they knew that she was going to be there. No, I don't care what anyone says. She stormed into that room. You look at the look of surprise on Riley's face, on Nicole's face. Priscilla stormed into that room. Yes, we know, we've seen the pictures of Priscilla was in the background behind Graceland. They did not know she was going to walk into that book signing event. I'm telling you guys, Riley is not all pally-pally with Priscilla. Don't fall for it. I defend Riley fully. So the point of what I'm saying to you now, guys, is this. That we are being spoon-fed lies again and again. The public are falling for it. and I am here to expose the lies and defend. We are called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. This is why we're here, to read the lies and disagree with them. I'm going to read two things to you. It's going to take a little while, and we're going to expose Priscilla's lies. I do not hate Priscilla. This is not a Priscilla hate channel. I'm exposing the truth so we can defend Elvis and Lisa and Riley and Finley and Harper. This isn't a hate channel. I just want to put some water in my coffee, guys, and then we're going to start reading it. Okie dokie, we're going to do this, guys. Let's warm up the coffee. Okay, guys, nearly done. Okay, I've got my coffee warmed up. I'm back. Okay, let's just check your comments. So remember why we're here, to expose the lies. Why isn't the press interviews not talking about the abuse? That should be the biggest thing that came out from the book. It's a big story, but it's been thrown under the carpet. Very true. But we are not. Tony, just so in case you don't know, I showed you a lovely little video to Team Elvis on part 1. This is part 2. Tony, I did show you a lovely little video. Shall I show it again? Let's have a look. Let me find it. Tony, do you want me to embarrass you for a second? Let me see if I can get... Come on, Tony deserves it. Right. Where are we? We need to go to... Actually, not that one. We need to go to Defending Elvis. Then we go to the chat. How are you, Tony? Have we just woke you up? Click on chat. It's a bit slow, this computer, but... Is it going to let us? Let's turn this one off. Oh, there we are. Is that it there? Right, here we go. Now, we love Tony. Tony is a very, very valued member. Right, are we ready, guys? Let me click on it.
Happy Joy, I think I did it. Team Elvis, I love you guys. I'm walking, showing you around my hood, one of my favorite trees, and I just want to say thank you guys for everything. We finally got to video stuff, and just love you. See you on Defending Elvis.
One more time, guys.
We finally got to video stuff, and just love you. See you on Defending Elvis.
Yay, Tony!
Joy, Team Elvis, I love you guys. I'm walking, showing you around my hood, one of my favorite trees, and I just want to say thank you guys for everything. We finally got to video stuff, and just love you.
See? I hope that wasn't too embarrassing. You are beautiful. Tony, you are stunning. We're very proud to have you here. You're beautiful inside and out. You have a heart of gold. Tony has been very, very helpful to me, and I really appreciate the advice she gives. Anyway, Right, let's start reading it. I hope that didn't embarrass you too much, Tony, but we value your input. Yeah, we value you as a friend, as part of our family, Team Elvis. You're very important to us. Okay, and all of you are, guys. All of you are important to me. So anyone that wants to send me a video thanking Team Elvis, send it to me and I'll play it. Okay, guys? Finola. Elvis would have made a beeline for you. Ha! Now remember, Tony is, how can I say it? She's not like 20 years old. For her age, she looks fantastic. And she's out walking about again. She's out and about walking. Innit? Walking. That's what we're doing, guys. Right, let me read this. Let's get serious, shall we? Now remember why I'm reading this. I'm reading this to show you the lies that are being posted by Priscilla. So, Priscilla Presley, 79, revealed a shocking discovery about her ex-husband Elvis Presley's infidelity during a panel discussion at MegaCon Orlando on February the 7th. According to Priscilla, she inadvertently stumbled upon a fan mail at their home which exposed Elvis's extramarital affairs. Now remember, she will talk about this like, oh yeah, Elvis was unfaithful. But what led to it? Remember why Elvis changed the way he was with Priscilla? Yeah? He discovered things about Priscilla. The point of this is, guys, is what I'm trying to say is that Priscilla has always tried to change the narrative to move blame away from herself. It's only a very short write-up. She has tricked the world into thinking everything was Elvis's fault. That is the point. But the clip, I want to find the right clip. The reason I'm doing this live stream. If it doesn't come up here, I'll read it from my phone. Let's have a look. No, I don't think it's on there. I'm going to read it from my phone, guys. Right, okay, I'm going to read it from my phone. Where are we? Okay, let's read it from the phone. We're not going to find the one I want. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're in the Tony fan club, aren't we, guys? Right. Here we go. Let's find it. So the point of this is to show you guys that Priscilla has spent her life trying to tell us that Elvis was the unfaithful one. She has spent her life doing it. She tells stories and we all fall for it. Not the fans, the non-fans. Yeah, the Priscilla fans. They all fall for it. They've all been brainwashed. So I'm going to read this article out for you. Let's get it up. So the article is called, a few of you sent it me, thank you. The article is called, let's have a look. Priscilla Presley breaks silence on Priscilla's moving ending. It didn't happen that way. So Priscilla is basically saying, don't forget, Priscilla always supported the film. She always supported the film, Sofia Coppola's film, Priscilla, didn't she? She always said, yes, oh, it was so good. It was so well made. I'm so proud of Sofia. I loved all of it. Yeah. Now she releases, and I think this is only a few days old. I don't actually know the date of this. It was sent to me yesterday. So let's read it, guys. Priscilla Presley, the former wife of legendary singer Elvis Presley, recently broke her silence about one particular aspect of Sofia Coppola's Priscilla movie, revealing a discrepancy between the film's portrayal of their relationship and the reality of their life together. Whilst she expressed her gratitude for the film, Priscilla pointed out a key difference in how the movie ended, explaining that it didn't reflect the true nature of the relationship with Elvis. So, Finola, come on, you've got to get on keto diet. Come on, Finola. Elvis Presley fan on keto, join the channel, change what you eat, and you will get better. Sorry. I had to sneeze it then. Right, okay. So Finola, come on. If you've got arthritis in your knee, if you go on keto, your arthritis will reduce, I promise you. Elvis Presley fan on keto, look up Dr. Canberra. Come on, Finola, you should know by now. Emily, it will help. 100%, the keto diet, the carnivore diet, 100% helps arthritis. 100%. And you'll notice a difference within weeks. Anyway, back onto the topic. So remember what Priscilla is doing here, guys. Remember what Priscilla is doing here. He's spinning the web. So a couple of years after the making of the film Priscilla, Sofia Coppola's film, she's always praised that film. Well done, Finola. You won't regret it. Ask the others. Remember, there's people here that are doing it. You've got Linda, you've got Tony, you've got Carolyn, and a few others that are doing it. They've all had proven success within weeks. Karen is doing it as well. Right. So this is what I always keep saying to you guys. So Priscilla, when they brought out the movie, was in the audience full of people crying, really crying, saying thank you to the interview. And she did, after Lisa died, that was fake tears. She also, now Nancy, she also said that her and Elvis didn't have sex until the night of the wedding. I repeat, she also said that Priscilla and Elvis didn't have sex till the night of the wedding. But we know her daughter, Lisa Marie, in this book was only written last year, said that they did have sex before the night of the wedding. So that means Priscilla has been lying, saying she lost her virginity on the night of the wedding for 40 years. And she has said it dozens of times. So we've caught Priscilla lying. So now, the Priscilla film comes out. Yeah? Don't worry, Tony. So the Priscilla film comes out. Yeah? You think about it. She's always praised that film. She's never said anything bad about that film. She's never said there was anything wrong in that film. Yeah? So now, suddenly out of the blue, she now is saying that the ending is wrong. Think about it. Priscilla tries to control the narrative. So she wants the public to see the storyline, how she puts it out. So Priscilla has her version in her mind of the truth. She's reinvented the truth. She's rewritten the truth. She's got her version. So now she decides, 2 years after the film was made, she now decides that the ending of Priscilla's film is wrong. It's wrong. After 2 years, she's changed her mind. Sofia Coppola made a mistake. So she's trying to control the story. Let's see why. Remember, Priscilla thinks that the public are very gullible, are very naive, believe everything she says. So she now will put out a new version of the truth and then expect us all to believe it. I agree. Why is she doing it now? I agree, Tony. Why is she doing it now? Priscilla Presley, the former wife of legendary singer Elvis Presley, recently broke her silence about one particular aspect of Sofia Coppola's Priscilla's film, revealing a discrepancy between the film's portrayal of their relationship and the reality of their life together. While she expressed her gratitude for the film, Priscilla pointed out a key difference in how the movie ended, explaining that it didn't reflect the true nature of her relationship with Elvis. Now, Dan, why do you think she's coming out with this? Dan, why do you think Priscilla is now disagreeing with the ending of the Sofia Coppola film, the Priscilla film, yeah? Now, we know the ending. She drives off into the sunset. She drives off into the sunset, leaving Gracelands, even though when she left Elvis, she wasn't actually living at Gracelands, was she? But now remember, we know she was secretly having an affair with Mike Stone, the karate champion, for a year. Elvis found out, and then she demanded a divorce and left. That's what really happened, yeah? She'll portray it that she caught Elvis being unfaithful and decided to leave and take Lisa with her. Don't forget, it was the second time Elvis caught her being unfaithful. She'd been unfaithful with Steve Peck. Then 18 months later, she was unfaithful with Mike Stone. Mike Stone has always said that Priscilla chatted him up. We've seen many of Mike Stone's interviews. Priscilla chatted him up. Mike Stone has admitted to us that he did secretly sleep with Priscilla for a year before Elvis found out. Yeah? So we know that the reason Priscilla and Elvis split up was because she was caught having sex with Mike Stone. We know it. It's been proved. Mike Stone's admitted it. She's even admitted it in some early interviews, like Barbara Walters, people like that, that she left to live with Mike Stone, the karate champion. Yeah? The world knows. So why is now Priscilla trying to give the impression that the ending is incorrect on the movie? Because Priscilla now is going to go on to say that she left with Elvis on good terms. Priscilla wants us to think that she left Elvis on good terms. Now, we know that's not true. We know that when Priscilla left Elvis, it was not on good terms. But this is the story, the narrative she's now trying to push on the world, because she thinks the world are stupid. She thinks the public are very gullible and fall for everything she says. So let me just read your comments. I'm going to try and involve you more on this live stream, guys. Right. Hi, Carolyn. You got my message? So, this is the reason of the live stream we're doing now. I'm trying to say, why after 2 years is she now trying to release new information and say that the Priscilla film was wrong? Why is she doing it? The other thing I'm saying, what would Sofia Coppola think? What would Sofia Coppola think about, she spent millions of dollars making that movie, and now, don't forget, Priscilla was an executive producer of the film Priscilla, and now Priscilla has changed the story. Because it loses credibility. Because now Priscilla is saying that the ending of the movie is wrong. It makes Sofia Coppola's film, lose credibility. It makes Sofia Coppola go, what are you doing? You're now telling me, you're telling millions of people around the world that my film that cost millions to make is wrong. The ending is wrong. What are you doing? You're doing harm to my movie. You're damaging the credibility of my movie. You get it? Right. Let's keep going. Okay. I'll read your comments. You get what I'm trying to say to you? Sofia Coppola must be very unhappy that Priscilla has changed her mind about the ending of the movie. Remember, Priscilla was very heavily involved in the making of the Priscilla film with Sofia Coppola. Right. Okay. I'm now baffled. I know that baffled me for years. Right. Let's just keep going. Lisa, I didn't want that movie made. She was trying to get it not to come out. Now, I heard something. This is something I learned from Bridget Cruz. Brigitte Cruz, she wants me to call her Brigitte, said that Barry Siegel is the one that brokered the deal to make the Priscilla film. Now, Barry Siegel is the person, the manager that squandered basically $100 million of Lisa Marie's money, wasted it investing in American Idol. So Lisa Marie took Barry Siegel to court. Lisa Marie served a lawsuit against Barry Siegel. So Lisa Marie would not be happy that Priscilla had become friends again with Barry Siegel, and Barry Siegel approached Sofia Coppola and brokered the deal to make the Priscilla film based on this movie. Did any of you know that? Barry Siegel brokered the deal to create the Priscilla film, Sofia Coppola's film, based on this book. Barry Siegel seriously fell out with Lisa Marie, and Priscilla is still friends with him. Priscilla is still friends with Barry Siegel. This is what Bridget Cruz told me. Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer that is in a lawsuit with Priscilla Presley. So, yeah, Tony says Priscilla couldn't care about Lisa's feelings. My attitude, Linda, is that she picks and chooses. Priscilla picks and chooses. She cares about the things that matter to her. She doesn't care about the things that don't matter to her. Obviously, she doesn't care about the alleged abuse from her boyfriend that Lisa Marie put in her book, that her boyfriend also put in his own book, and he admitted he was in love with a 12-year-old Lisa Marie, and he was 36 years old. So she's never, remember, Lisa Marie put it in the book, yeah, last year, and Priscilla has never spoken about it, has never supported her daughter Lisa about the alleged wrongdoing of Michael Edwards, her boyfriend that she lived with for 6 years, who was abusing her, allegedly, for entertainment purposes. Just an opinion. So, Tony, when you say she doesn't care about Lisa's feelings, or was it Linda? Yeah, look. This happened. It's been proved because Michael Edwards admitted it. And Lisa put it in her own books. Remember, Lisa's book came from tapes that she created just before she died. Lisa said on her tapes, Michael Edwards abused me. This happened last year. The tapes were put into a book last year. Yeah? So Priscilla has never mentioned it. Never. She's never tried to defend anyone. She just kept quiet about it. She's kept quiet about it. She has said nothing about it. Just read your comments a minute. Lisa knew her mother was going to make herself look good and not Elvis. Yeah. I agree. Priscilla literally has spent her whole life rewriting history to make the public think she was a victim and that Elvis was the bad guy. She spent her whole life doing it. Tony says, how can we believe anything she says? We've caught her lying so many times. Don't forget, she lied about losing her virginity to Elvis on the night of the wedding. It's a massive lie. Lisa Marie told us it was a lie, didn't she? She puts it in her book. So she's been lying to the world for 40 years. She sees how things go, then reacts to the public opinion. I haven't watched it. Well, I have watched it. It's crap. It's one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's such bull. The whole point of that film is to make Priscilla look good, Elvis look bad. That is the whole point of Priscilla's movie. Yeah, so Dan, you say, obviously she has got a reason that will benefit herself. I'll tell you the reason. She likes to be in control of the narrative that the public get. So there's a storyline, we call it the fake fairy tale, that she has been spinning since the 1970s. She controls the storyline. Most of the public believe what Priscilla says. They're not proper, no, that's the wrong way of putting it. They haven't done their research. They don't know the truth. They just know all the headline grabbing stuff. So Priscilla knows that generally the public only read the headlines. Yeah? A bit of small print and headlines. So the public just believe what Priscilla says, even if she's on an interview on any news program in any country. Priscilla will say something and the public just go along with it, believe it. Why wouldn't they? It's on the news, you read it, you watch it, you hear it in a magazine. You just believe it, don't you? You don't start questioning it. Priscilla doesn't get questioned unless it's the fans. The fans question Priscilla. The public don't. So my answer to you, Dan, is this. She controls the storyline. This is part of her controlling the storyline. She doesn't like the way that the Priscilla Sofia Coppola's film ended. So she's decided that isn't how she wants the ending to be. So she wants to control it, release it, spoon feed us her version of events. And her version is that the ending is different. Okay, so the answer is she's trying to control things. Very long-winded answer, but yeah, you get my idea. Because she was getting a lot of backlash from Elvis fans, this is why she is changing the story. Yeah, I did think that, Pat. I did think that. I did think, oh, is she getting backlash about the ending? And that's why she wants to change her story. So that did cross my mind. Okay, I want to read your comment because just so you know, guys, this is part 2. We've already done part 1 today, this morning. Let's have a look. The novel had already flopped by then, trying to distance herself as usual. Yeah, I actually don't know how much money the Priscilla film made. I don't think it lost money. It wasn't the success they were all hoping for. Obviously, if you compare it to Baz Luhrmann's film, it's nothing. Baz Luhrmann's film made hundreds and hundreds of millions. This one, I think, 20 million, something like that. I don't think it was a complete flop. It just didn't do anything like they expected. Let's have a look. It might be because she's doing another book. Yeah, it could be Debbie, but as far as I know, at the moment, the plans for another book have been put on hold because the publisher has pulled out. But I'm sure there will be another book. Right. Hi, Charmaine. Is there a Charmaine with us? Hi, everyone. It's Charmaine from Australia. Charmaine, are you new? XL Sevilla. Hi, Charmaine. We get a lot of you from Australia. Welcome. Tell us all about yourself. Are you an Elvis fan? Welcome to Team Elvis. We love it when new people join us. There's quite a few of Australians on here today. I can see at least 5 of you are from Australia. Pretty good, guys. What's the weather like in Australia? So Lisa was dead against the movie. Now, Pat, I have heard that Lisa was just about to launch a lawsuit. Lisa was just about to launch a lawsuit against her own mother about the movie, concerning the movie Priscilla. I repeat, Lisa was just about to launch a lawsuit against her own mother concerning the Priscilla movie. This is what I've heard. It's half 11. Lisa, quite a few believe Lisa was under the influence of drugs when she wrote that. Linda, quite a few believe that Lisa was under the influence of drugs when she wrote that. What did she write? What was written? Have I missed something? All right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, so this is, again, the Priscilla fans are basically trying to blame the fact that Lisa Marie had a drink problem, a drug problem, a medication problem concerning whether or not this book is true. So I've got my son's getting some building work done in his room. Rio, have they built a wall yet or what? Both walls? Both sides, sorry. Both sides, seriously? Cool. All right, so okay, let's get back to topic. Rio, you should be smiling. Right, I'm going to tidy it all up, sort it all out when they go, Rio. Right, here we go. Let's keep going. So, yes, with, the fans are already, not the fans, the Priscilla fans, the anti-Lisa Marie people are trying to say a lot of this book is lies because it was written under duress from being overprescribed and being not well. It's just rubbish, guys. Just rubbish. We believe every word of this book. We believe every word of this book. Right, let's have a look. Let's keep going, guys. I'll read your comment. Yeah, Lisa 100% was dead against that film. 100%. We know that she even wrote to Sofia Coppola saying the film portrayed her in the wrong light. Linda, quite a few believe Lisa was under the influence. Let's have a look. The movie. Yeah, Kate, you could be right. I don't know how well the movie did, but I would definitely call it a flop. I would definitely say it flopped, 100%. So I agree. She could be distancing. It does seem to me like the beginning of her distancing herself from the movie. It does. I agree with that, Kate. Maybe Priscilla is hearing that the Elvis fans are turning on her and are not believing her BS. Yeah, Dan. Tony, that is what Priscilla does. She uses people until she doesn't need them anymore. I'm going to have to agree with that. That was Pat. Funny, the court case with Bridget is looming now. She's going on about Sophia trying to find another victim. Linda, it is a bit odd that this has come up, isn't it? It's a bit out of the blue. Priscilla worries about herself. True, Denise. After all she did, Lisa, Priscilla is still close friends with him. Mind you, she did the same thing to Lisa. 2 peas in a pod. That's true, Kate. Teresa, Priscilla uses everybody. She never cares. Jane, Linda, she sues people to get money, yeah? I think Charmaine's saying stuff, but I keep missing her comments. It flopped like the cartoon. Yeah, that can't. My God, that Agent Elvis was a joke. That should never have been allowed to happen. Agent Elvis, what a joke. Thursday will be 35 in Melbourne, the weather, yeah? Doesn't it seem kind of funny that Lisa dies days after she said she was going to sue her own mother and pull the plug? I do hear from you guys that you are worried about the do not resuscitate stuff. The DNR, the plug being pulled. I'm a bit uneasy about talking about it because it's very serious, isn't it? So I'm a little bit uneasy talking about it. So it's not something I want to really go into because it makes me feel uncomfortable. The amount of money she has had, you would think she would be retired, taking it easy, but then she has to stay in the limelight. I personally think that she spends quicker than she gets it. I personally think Priscilla is running out of money. This is why she's a workaholic. She's a workaholic because she needs the money. Honestly, guys. So Emily, Louis, I was talking about Prissy fans blaming Lisa being on drugs when she wrote the book. Yes. No, I agree. Emily, you're right. I see it all the time. I see it on Facebook all the time, Emily. Right, I'm trying to catch up with the comments so I can read this clip. Priscilla blames everyone else for all her many failures, which there are many. One thing I do know, Priscilla never admits wrongdoing, ever. Priscilla never admits wrongdoing, ever. Come on, guys. Have you ever heard Priscilla admit anything she did was wrong? Never. In 40 years, never. I thought the same thing about Lisa passing. Very uncomfortable, Louis. Yeah. That's it, Tony. The only thing I've ever seen Priscilla admit was the Mike Stone thing. That's the only thing I've ever seen her admit. Right. Let's read a bit more. So, I want to try and get this into 2 pieces. Into 2... Okay, where are we? Let's get it up. Okay, so I'm going to read this and then we're going to have to end things. I want to do my exercise, walk the dogs, all that stuff. Right. So she's basically saying that she's not happy with the ending. Priscilla pointed out a key difference in how the movie ended, explaining that it was different. No, that it didn't reflect the true nature of the relationship with Elvis. During a candid conversation at MegaCon, Priscilla opened up about her marriage to Elvis and her reaction to the film. She shared that she was honored when Sofia Coppola reached out to her about telling her story. And as she admired Coppola's work and trusted her to handle the delicate narrative with care, however, despite enjoying the film, Priscilla had one significant issue with how things were depicted in the final moments. That I don't get it, guys. She was an executive producer. She would have been one of the people that decided the ending of that film. She decided the ending with Sofia. So I don't get that. I wasn't really happy about the ending. It didn't end the way we ended. We ended very lovingly. Right, guys, we ended very lovingly. Now remember the research we've done. She says, I'm not happy with the ending of the Priscilla film. We ended lovingly. We know they didn't end lovingly. Elvis caught her with Mike Stone. That's how they ended. She demanded a divorce. She marched down the road with Lisa Marie. She took Lisa Marie away from Elvis, away from her home. Yeah? So how can she say that they ended lovingly? Doesn't make sense. Priscilla wants the end of the film to show that Elvis and Priscilla ended lovingly, even though he had just caught her sleeping with another man for a year and took Lisa Marie, his daughter, away from him and demanded the divorce. So there's no ended lovingly here. It's just bullshit. Right, next. So she doesn't like the fact that it just shows her driving off into the sunset. The film, which focuses on the relationship with Elvis, culminates with her leaving Graceland, asking for a divorce, and driving off into the unknown, while Dolly Parton's song, I Will Always Love You, is played. Now, we've got issues with this, haven't we? Because Priscilla has always said that Elvis sang I Will Always Love You on the day of the divorce. Well, we don't really know if that's true, do we? Yeah? Many of you say that the song hadn't even been released yet. So there's issues there, isn't there, guys? A poignant yet somber finale. But for Priscilla, this wasn't an accurate representation of how things unfolded in real life. So what Priscilla is trying to make us believe is that when they split up and when they had the divorce, they were very close, very friendly, and they ended happily. It was a happy ending. It's not true. We know it's not true. It was not a happy ending. She had been caught sleeping with Mike Stone for a year. There was no happy ending. They were arguing over money. They were arguing over maintenance. They were arguing over Lisa Marie. There was no happy ending. She wants us to believe it was a happy ending. That's what she wants. So that is the point of this, isn't it? Priscilla recalled that the true turning point in their marriage came when she discovered Elvis was living another life. Now, here we go. Now, this is the narrative. This is the narrative. Elvis is living another life. Okay? But remember, they got married, and 12 months later, he catches her being unfaithful with a dance guy, with a dance instructor, yeah? And who's living the other life? Who's living the other life? She's saying it was Elvis, even though she's admitted in her book that she was seeing the dance instructor when Lisa Marie was only 3 months old, yeah? So who's living the other life? She's saying Elvis was. Now, I do agree, once Elvis caught her being unfaithful, yeah, he went off, he did start seeing other people. He did, definitely, 100%. But they had split up by then. Once Elvis caught her being unfaithful, they were over. So yeah, he did have another life as a single man because they had split up. She's trying to give the impression they were still together, still married. They were married in paper, but they were waiting for the divorce to go through. Remember, once Elvis caught her being unfaithful, and she demanded a divorce, they didn't see each other. From the end of 1971, they didn't see each other. She was obviously looking after Lisa, living with Mike Stone. Yeah. Elvis had other girlfriends, but he didn't have a double life. He had moved on from Priscilla. Quite soon he started living with Linda Thompson, doesn't he? She's living with Mike Stone, the karate instructor. She's got Lisa with her. Yeah. So yeah, there's no double life yet. They've separated. So she's trying to give the non-fans who don't do their research the impression they were still together when Elvis was seeing other people. They were still together when when Priscilla was seeing other people. This is the con. This is the con. All you have to do is your research. Look at the dates of the divorce, the separation. Look at the dates when she was caught being unfaithful in 1971. When you put the jigsaw pieces together, they were both living separate lives. Yeah, they were living separate lives, the pair of them. But she's trying to redo the narrative 40 odd years later, so that the public that don't do any research, which is most of us, most people won't do their research. They'll just believe what she releases in the press or in a TV interview. She wants the public to think, oh yeah, Elvis is the bad guy. He was out shagging while Priscilla was crying at home. Yeah, trying to look after Lisa Marie. That's the picture she's trying to paint. I'm not falling for it, guys. Remember, this was released yesterday. This is 48 years after he died. She left him 5 or 6 years before he died. Yeah. So she was living with other men during the time when Elvis was still alive for over 5 years. You get it, guys? But she wants the public to act as if she's like, oh yeah, she stayed single and just cried about Elvis and the marriage ending until the day he died, and then she cried her heart out when he died and at the funeral. When we know when she went to the funeral, she was living with another bloke. Right. So here we go. This is when she starts to talk about the double life. Living another life. She remembered a trip to Palm Springs home with a friend where she found letters from Elvis fans suggesting that he was spending time with other women. This discovery was a wake-up call for Priscilla and realized that Elvis, who had often been away, had been leading a double life, something she says she hadn't fully grasped. Again, a rewriting of history. Yeah. So remember, Elvis gets married. They get pregnant. Lisa's born. Priscilla is unfaithful. 18 months later, Priscilla is unfaithful with Mike Stone. She's trying to spoon feed us small bits of information to make the public around the world, in every country, think Elvis was in the wrong. That oh my God, I've just found out Elvis was seeing other people. She doesn't talk about her own doing. She doesn't say, oh, I did this, I did that, I was unfaithful, I had a plan to divorce Elvis, I had a plan to get Mike Stone. You see, she's painting a picture for the public. The public fall for it, guys. He was gone a lot, and I would hear stories she confessed, reflecting on the painful realization that her once dreamy marriage was beginning to crumble. They never had a dreamy marriage. They never had a dreamy marriage. They were married for a year, then she was unfaithful. But remember, the public fall for this. But despite the breakdown of their romantic relationship, I don't see how it was romantic. I don't see how it was romantic. A year after Lisa was born, a year after the marriage, she was being unfaithful. I don't understand this thing about the romantic marriage. It doesn't make sense. Priscilla emphasized that their parting was not filled with animosity and bitterness. I repeat, Priscilla says their parting was not filled with animosity or bitterness. They split up. He just caught her being unfaithful for the second time. She demanded a divorce. How can there be no animosity or bitterness? It's impossible. Then she was demanding a large amount of money. Of course there was animosity and bitterness. So here we go again. We ended very lovingly. We ended very lovingly. What is that? You don't end lovingly. When you catch your partner being unfaithful, you don't end lovingly. When you take away the child, Lisa Marie was taken away from the home, you don't end lovingly, do you? You don't end lovingly. You shout and scream and argue, you go through hell, and then you break up. So you get what I'm saying, guys? She's rewriting history. She's doing what she did. Where's the book? She's doing a bit of this. She's rewriting history. She's done a press release, you know, this thing here. She's trying to repaint the picture. She's trying to sway public opinion. She thinks public are gullible. She thinks we believe every word she says, which a lot of us do. A lot of the public will believe every word of this. A lot of the interviewers around the world that interview Priscilla will believe this. They will believe all of this. Her rewriting history to make herself look like a victim, to make Elvis look like the bad guy. The whole point of this, disagreeing with the ending of the film, of Sofia Coppola's film Priscilla, the whole point of this write-up is to make Elvis look bad, to make her look like a victim. Do any of you agree with that? The whole point of this, remember what she's saying? Oh, Elvis had a double life. When we split up, we were good friends. The whole point of this, I did nothing wrong. The ending of the Priscilla film was wrong. This is the truth. She's saying it 48 years after he died, over 50 years after they split up. Because remember, they had a divorce. The public don't realise they had a divorce. Right, I think we're coming to the end of it now, guys. In fact, Priscilla explained that after their divorce, Elvis continued to visit her home. Well, of course he did. He was going there to see Lisa. Of course he did. They had joint custody. They had joint custody. So yes, Elvis went there to see Lisa. Elvis continued to visit the home, sometimes without warning. Their relationship, though no longer married, remained strong as they focused on co-parenting Lisa. Their relationship, let me just say it again. Remember, he's caught her being unfaithful. She's taken Lisa away from him. I'll repeat this part here. Their relationship, though no longer married, remains strong. Does anyone believe that? Come on. Come on. If my wife now grabbed my kids and disappeared and was living with another man after secretly having a 1-year affair with another man, is our relationship going to remain strong? Come on. What planet? What planet? My wife's laughing in the background. What planet is this woman on, Priscilla? As they focused on co-parenting their daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, we still continued our relationship. Well, of course, Elvis had joint custody. We had our daughter. We still kept our relationship and friendship and love for each other, Priscilla said, speaking about Elvis fondly. Well, I agree that they had joint custody, so they kept things civil and friendly in front of Lisa Marie. I agree with that. Of course, Elvis wanted Lisa to think everything was okay, but did they have a love for each other? Maybe Elvis loved Priscilla as a parent to his daughter. I can see that, but not as a lover. Not as a lover. I repeat, maybe Elvis loved Priscilla as a parent to his daughter Lisa, but not as a lover. Not as a lover. No way. Priscilla speaking fondly of Elvis. Yeah, I'm shopping today. Send me a list. Priscilla thought on the Priscilla... I'm finishing. I've got 5 minutes. I'm done with. Priscilla thought on the Priscilla movie ended stand... Priscilla's thoughts on the Priscilla movie's ending stand in contrast to the film's portrayal of her walking away from Elvis and their life together, symbolizing the finality of their friendship. However, the real story is one of continued love and connection, even in the face of marriage. Oh, my God. Oh, I have to say that again. However, the real story is one of continued love and connection, even in the face of marriage and disillusion. It's not true, guys. Priscilla went back for a second divorce settlement. It could have been Robert Kardashian that talked her into it, one of her lovers. Priscilla went back for money, a second divorce that she promised she was never going to do. She went back very greedily for more money, and they argued about money and how often Elvis could see Lisa. They were arguing, guys, right at the end, the last 2-3 years of Elvis's life, they were arguing a lot about money. We know about the deed of trust created, the debt that was placed on Gracelands. We know about all that. Elvis was still giving Priscilla a lot of money right at the end, at the same time as the book Elvis, What Happened came out. Elvis was chronically unwell when Priscilla was demanding money. He was very sick. Priscilla was demanding money right to the last day. Even their last phone call, it's possible they were arguing over money and Lisa. So I don't believe that. However, the real story is one of continued love and connection, even in the face of a marriage dissolution. It's bullshit. Does anyone believe that? That Elvis and Priscilla, when they were arguing over the second divorce settlement, there was continued love. Does anyone believe this? This is what Priscilla's trying to do. She's trying to go, oh, actually, we were fine. We were happy. Everything was great. She's trying to play the fairy tale. She's trying to do the fairy tale, to keep the fairy tale going. Just like we know she's lying about losing her virginity to Elvis on the night of the wedding. It's just more lies on top of more lies. Rio, can you shut that door, please? Right. Right. So does anyone fall for that, guys? Does anyone fall for it? Come on. Even you Priscilla fans, do you fall for the bullshit? Do you really believe that Elvis and Priscilla were good mates right till the end? Come on. Especially knowing about the second divorce settlements, knowing about the unfaithfulness. Come on. Throughout the conversation, Priscilla never failed to praise Elvis, calling him a beautiful man, despite the heartache she experienced, maintained that her admiration for him remained intact. Come on, guys. Despite the heartache she experienced. I say it again. Despite the heartache she experienced. She was the one that was shagging Steve Peck, the dance instructor. She was the one shagging Mike Stone, the karate champion. It was Elvis that was getting the heartache. Elvis was humiliated, embarrassed around the world, embarrassed. Mike Stone and Lisa and Priscilla parading themselves around California. Who was getting the heartache? Was it Priscilla or was it Elvis? She was unfaithful twice. She started being unfaithful less than a year after the marriage. Then she does it all again. Then she demands loads of money. She hammers him, screws him over for a second divorce settlement that she promised was never going to happen. And then she is saying that she had the heartache. What about Elvis's heartache? How did Elvis feel? This very public marriage, this very public birth of Lisa Marie, the whole world knows that Priscilla has run off with the karate instructor and is parading him around California in public, kissing her in public, holding Lisa Marie's hand. Who's getting the heartache? Priscilla or Elvis? Let's get real. Let's get real. It was Elvis that was being punished here. But she wants us to think that she was the victim and everything was fine with Elvis. How could everything have been fine with Elvis? Remember how unwell he was as well, how chronically sick he was. At the same time as the Memphis Mafia book, Elvis, What Happened, was released 2 weeks before his death. Just such bullshit. In the end, Priscilla may have captured many aspects of her journey with Elvis. The movie's portrayal of their separation left something to be desired. In Priscilla's eyes, however, she still always holds on to the truth that their parting was done with love. Their parting was done with love. Come on, guys. It gets worse. This write-up gets worse. The parting was not done with love. She'd been secretly sleeping with Mike Stone, the karate champion, for a year. Then she demanded a divorce. Then she screwed him over on 2 divorce settlements. There's no parting with love here. I repeat, there is no parting with love here. Yeah, and like, yes, I know, Frances Stone, Mike Stone's wife, was pregnant and had a small kid, a small girl. So Mike Stone and Priscilla, when Priscilla made a beeline for Mike Stone, she made a beeline for somebody else's husband who had a pregnant wife and also had a small girl as well. That's disgusting. Priscilla befriended Frances Stone, Mike Stone's wife, during their 1-year secret relationship. Could you imagine how disgusting that is? She made friends with Frances and was shagging her husband whilst Frances was pregnant. Let's get real, guys. So, however, she still will always hold on to the truth that their parting was done with love. Their parting was done with love. Come on, guys. Understanding a respect, a far cry from a dramatic departure shown in the film. I actually think the film is more realistic, the ending, because she did bugger off and get on with her own life. Priscilla left Elvis to pursue acting, modeling, promoting products, TV programs. You know, there's a few, isn't there? Eventually we get to Naked Girl in Dallas, but before that we had Those Amazing Animals. Look it up on YouTube. Those Amazing Animals. Priscilla wanted to be famous. She wanted to be in the spotlight. She wanted money. She wanted fame. She wanted to be Elvis Presley. I repeat, she wanted to be Elvis Presley. She was never going to be Elvis, but she now is treated like Elvis. She has been treated like Elvis for 40 years. This reflection of the movie paired with her heartache words reveals not only the complexity of her relationship with Elvis, but also her lasting fondness and respect for the man who would forever be a part of her story. Yeah, for money. Remember, she gave up the name Presley. She gave it up. Yeah? But then took it back after Vernon died because she knew that her way to make money and to get fame and open doors of opportunity was to keep the Presley name. The Presley name that she said she was going to not use anymore. The Presley name that she sold to Bob Silliman, the billionaire, when they sold 85% of Elvis Presley Enterprises. She sold the Presley name. She sold the Graceland name. That's it. We've done it. We've read it, guys. So let's read some of your comments. That is a joke. That press release is a joke. And do you know what's annoying about it? The interviewers around the world will treat that as truth. The non-fans around the world will treat that as truth. She's got away with it again. She's rewriting history. Priscilla has got away with it again. She's rewriting history and everyone's fallen for it. The public are being dumb. The public are being stupid. They're being hoodwinked. It's unbelievable that the damage gets worse and worse. And this book is being ignored and forgotten about and swept under the carpet. There's no justice for Lisa Marie. We demand justice for Lisa Marie about the sexual abuse allegations from Michael Edwards. But it's being swept under the carpet and forgotten about. Come on, guys. No one's talking about this book. It's being forgotten about. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, guys. So, be honest with you, after reading all that, I'm a bit gutted. I don't really know what to say, guys, other than from now on, you'll see interviews based on that she wants the ending of she disagrees with the ending of the Priscilla film, Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film, and they're going to fall for it. They're going to believe it. They don't believe that Michael Edwards sexually abused poor Lisa Marie. even though it's in this book. They don't believe it. Even though Lisa Marie's own words on tape were put on this book by Riley, no one believes it. No one's going to do anything about it. It's an absolute joke. Where is justice for poor Lisa Marie? I'm sorry, it's an absolute joke. Cannot believe it. All we need to know is the fact that she keeps putting out negative stuff about Elvis tells me what kind of person she is. She's pathetic. Prissy, stop telling us how much you care for him. Yeah, that is what she's doing. She's basically saying, oh, we were so happy. We loved each other. Everything was great. We split up on good terms. I did no wrong. I was a victim. All the wrongdoing with Elvis. I love him, but he's in the wrong. I love him, but everything was his fault. I love him, but I'll trash his name. I love him. Get it? I love him, but I shagged loads of people behind his back. I love him, but I divorced him. I love him, but I took all his money. Yeah. I love him, and I've been living off his name for the last 50 years. I love him, and I keep pretending that I'm his widow. I love him. I keep pretending that we were still married when he died. It's a joke, guys. It's an absolute joke. Emily, if all the tapes weren't put in Lisa's book, Riley should bring out the sequel with the rest of the tape. Yeah, do you know what, Emily? You have a point, but Emily, it'll all get forgotten. If Riley did a part 2, 6 months later, it'll all be forgotten. That's the problem. Priscilla is getting away with murder. Priscilla is getting away with murder. No one is taking it. No one except for the Elvis fans that support Elvis and Lisa care. The non-Elvis fans aren't interested. The press are not interested. Sky News are not interested. CNN News are not interested in the truth. They've all been conned by Priscilla. I don't get it. I don't understand the power that Priscilla has. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why Priscilla and Michael Edwards have got away with murder. Dan, you're right. If you love someone, you wouldn't have a bad word said about them. You definitely wouldn't write a book like that. All that. Both books. Where's the other one? Disappeared. It's hiding from me. You definitely wouldn't write these books if you loved someone. If you truly love them, you ain't doing that. Now, if you do love someone, you would write that. Billy's book, The Faith of Elvis. That shows love. That is love. I highly recommend Billy's book, guys. It's amazing. So, quite a serious live stream. I'm going to have to go in a sec, guys. Yeah, Tony, justice for Lisa Marie. Yeah, we do need to keep the story alive. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing. Hi, Teresa. Marco, wanted Priscilla to meet his mother. I keep hearing stories now that Priscilla did marry Marco. She was in a 20-year relationship, with Marco Garibaldi. Yep, that's right. You know your stuff, don't you, Charmaine? I meant, let's have a look. Yeah, the book crushed him. That's right, Tony. So the book coming out and Elvis had to go on tour. That didn't help Elvis mentally. That probably why he couldn't really sleep that night. He probably was worried about the fans. Yeah, I agree, Nancy. The book Elvis, What Happened, did have something to do with just how unwell Elvis was. Yeah, Pat, I've heard that. I've heard that, Pat. Yeah, what Francis went through. A pregnant woman with a small girl that had befriended Priscilla, and secretly Priscilla was shagging her husband. Disgusting. Both of them disgusting. Priscilla and Mike Stone should be ashamed of themselves for what happened. We need Mike Stone to at least apologise and show remorse and regret. Instead, he makes stupid excuses why it was okay. He makes crazy excuses. The interview we reviewed with Stefan on Artist on Record, Mike Stone was a complete joke in that interview. A very arrogant man who showed no remorse, no regret, almost proud of what happened. A complete joke. Mike Stone, own it and say sorry. Stop making bullshit excuses. Okay. Yeah, and Debbie, I've heard the story about the sunglasses at the funeral. I've heard it many times. I sent the article to Louis Marion. That says it all. Yep. Thank you, Emily. That's very kind of you. Prissy didn't visit Elvis when he was in hospital. She quickly got lawyers to place a lien and Graceland just in case Elvis passed away. That's just, isn't that disgusting, Emily? But all she could think about was a way of guaranteeing she got her installments of money from Elvis because of the agreed second divorce settlement that she promised she was never going to do. If Elvis was the love of her life, why take him back to court and put a lien on Graceland? Good point, Pat. Yeah, Karen, the world have been stupid. They fall for the lies. They fall for the bullshit. The public have been very gullible. They still are. They still are. Yeah, we know about this, the unfaithfulness and that Elvis passed the lie detector. Yeah. We know about this. I've seen a few clips of Priscilla admitting that through the height of the marriage that Elvis was faithful. Yeah, we know she was in the audience at the 68 comeback special with Steve Peck and she tried to make Elvis jealous. And Steve Peck bottled, didn't he? He chickened out. He didn't want to speak to Elvis. Yeah, Teresa talking about all the lies. Dolly wanted, yeah, we know that Elvis wanted to sing the song I Will Always Love You, Dolly Parton's song, but Colonel Tom Parker messed that up, didn't he? Right, I'm just trying to race through. She couldn't admit to how it ended. That would have been a movie I would have watched if it was a true story. Yeah. Well, come on, are we ever going to get the truth in a movie? Seriously, guys, are we ever going to get the truth in a movie? We know the truth, we the fans, not the Priscilla fans. I don't hate Priscilla fans, but you guys, you've been brainwashed. Any Priscilla fans watching this, you've been brainwashed, guys. Elvis, you shouldn't be Priscilla fans, you should be Elvis fans. The reason you're Priscilla fans is because you loved Elvis. Innit? Come on. Anyone watch any Priscilla fans, if you want to join in now in the debate, please join in. But you know damn well that you started as Elvis fans. You started as Elvis fans. Yeah? So, come on, guys. You guys that have been completely brainwashed by this book. Wake up. See the wrongdoing of Priscilla. See what she's still trying to do. The reason that's been released, that thing that I've just read to you guys, is because she's trying to control the story. She's trying to control the narrative. She's changed her mind about a few things. So she's trying to alter it so that the public see a different story. She's still now, nearly 50 years later, trying to spoon feed us with lies. Heartbreaking. Elvis cared so much for his fans and thought they still love him and the funeral. Yeah. We love Anne Margaret. We are big fans of Anne Margaret. So guys, we have been on for well over an hour. I don't exactly know exactly how long. Does it say on my little system? No. There's over 30 of you watching, which I love. Yeah, I love it. The more the better, guys. We love it. Yeah. So what I want to do now is I want to do some weightlifting. I want to go for a run. I just want to just loosen up a bit, and then I'm going to come back. The next video I do is going to be on Elvis Presley fan on keto. So thanks for all of you for joining me. It is heartbreaking. Linda, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? Well, that's a whole story. That's a whole nother story, isn't it? With the Kate's comment. Now, remember, I'm very much a fan of Billy Stanley. So I want to read his book with respect. So I am purposely not covering the negative Stanley stuff. I don't want to go there because it will just upset Billy. I really like Billy. Billy is a #1 Elvis defender. Billy loved his stepbrother. Elvis loved Billy Stanley. So I'm keeping away from all of the negative stuff with the Stanleys. I don't agree with any of it. All of the negative stuff that happened with Ricky and Dave and with Dee, I'm completely against it. I don't agree with any of it. But I do agree with Billy. Billy is a lovely man who truly loved Elvis. He's written a beautiful book, a really beautiful book that defends Elvis. It's so obvious that Elvis really liked having stepbrothers. Elvis loved those boys. He did. So do one on, yeah, Denise, I'm definitely going to do a live stream on Anne Margaret. I'm a big fan of Anne Margaret. Okay, guys, I think that's it. Yeah, Team Elvis rock. Team Elvis rock. Team Elvis rock. Let's see if I can show you something else. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, I can't show you that. Right. Once Billy explained what happened with his mother, then he got to give him a pup, and he's made up for it now. And don't forget, he did try and talk Dee out of it. He did try and talk his mum out of it. Come on, it's his mum. You love your mum, you love your brothers. You do. I think Billy's amazing. Oh, thanks, Tony. You're too kind. Anyone wants to buy me a coffee, guys? I love it. Love it, love it, love it when people get me a coffee. Billy Stanley knows more about Priscilla. Well, the other Billy does too. Yeah. Billy Stanley says, I can't make no comment because he knows he'll be sued. Yeah. He basically said the same thing to me. There is a lot that we don't know about the unfaithfulness. There is a lot that we don't know about Priscilla's unfaithfulness. Yeah. So, yep. Okay, guys. So I'm going to go now. Obviously, I always say the same thing. If you like what I do, you want to show some appreciation, get us a coffee, hit the super thank you. So it's only $1 to be a member. Become a member. $1 to be a member. Come on, it's nothing. Like, subscribe. Any new people that want to join us and be part of Team Elvis, you're very welcome. Join us. Help us defend Elvis, Lisa, and Riley, Finley, and Harper. Help us do it. I hope you've enjoyed this. Now, the next live stream will be on Elvis Presley fan on keto. We have another channel, a sister channel, Elvis Presley fan on keto. So that will be the next live stream, probably in an hour. Yeah, in an hour. So join us there. I'm going to do some weightlifting, go for a run, walk the dogs. I haven't decided if I'm going to eat yet. I might starve myself or I might have some bacon. Okay, guys. But so far, I have not eaten. Okay. Love you all. Love you all. Every one of you are very important to me. We are family. We're a growing family. And, guys, we're mates, aren't we? We're mates. This was a great live. This was a great live. Yes, Angie. Woo. You got it. Take care, guys. And don't forget, we have a Facebook page, Defending Elvis Presley. Please join it. Please go on the chat. Carry on chatting on the Facebook page, on the Facebook Messenger. I do want the Facebook page to grow. I love the Facebook page growing. Defending Elvis Presley. Okay, guys? We're done. Bye all. Love you all.